Tyler Jackson of PlaySheetSports.com here, and I am joined today by Trina Olson, head coach of the Shady Spring Volleyball program. Trina, I want to thank you for inviting us all down here today. And I want to start off with first year as a head coach, taking over a very historic program, a lot of expectations. How did this come about for you? I know your daughter plays a little bit of volleyball, is involved in athletics. Obviously, your family is very involved in athletics. Uh,
Yes.
how did it come about that you are a volleyball coach now?
Well, I wanted to help the middle school, and they needed an assistant. I decided just literally the class was one day, the next day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take it so I can help with the middle school, and that was my plan originally. And then the head coaching position came open up here, and nobody wanted it, and I just didn't want the program to fall apart because obviously my daughter, she's in eighth grade and I want her to be a Shady Tiger in high school. And so I was brave enough and applied, and here I am.
Did you play volleyball in high school or
No, I
anything?
did not. I was actually telling Rusty, I started with Callie 5 years ago during COVID. She decided she wanted to play volleyball and she wanted me to teach her. She learned how to overhand serve. We just got in the gym all the time, and then we started the program during COVID where all the kids were coming in. So I started coaching those little girls, and then we had travel. So I've just been in volleyball for 5 years with her. I mean, all year long we're just doing volleyball. So that's kind of I've just immersed myself in 5 years of just that's all we do between basketball and volleyball. That's all I do.
What were
So
some of the best resources for you to learn from? Because that's a really quick, time stamp to go from all right, 5 years ago from this to okay, now I'm the head coach of one of the most.
it's been a lot. But when I took it, I'm pretty serious about any job I take. I mean, and I immediately started taking the art of coaching volleyball certification, and I've just immersed myself in all the learning that I can possibly learn. Coach Dylan from Concord, she's been helpful. Just people that I've made contacts with through volleyball in the past 5 years, just getting some feedback from them. I mean, it's been all the time. I'm watching film or watching something, and Ronnie's like, get off now it's him telling me to get off, get off, put the stuff away. So it's just, I mean, it's since I took the job, it's all done. So it's been a lot.
A lot of dedication. That. So, what's kind of been the thing that you've learned from the first, I'd say a couple months of being around this team and coaching them, and there's still a lot of these kids that are a part of those teams that were competing for state championships, and not that it's completely fallen off. There's still an annual state tournament team, but there was a stretch for about 4 years where it's like, all right, either we're winning the title or we're state runner up.
Right.
So there's still a lot of residuals here. So, what have you kind of learned over these first couple months with this group?
I mean, they're still hungry. They still want to go to the states. They still want to win, and I think I have the girls that can do that. I don't think they've given up, you know, winning. Like they want to win, and I think they're dedicated enough. We've been in the gym all summer. Like we've had tons of flex days, and these girls have been here. I mean, none of them really have missed anything. Like they've been very dedicated to putting the time in and being successful this season. Hopefully.
So, what are some of the names that you're expecting to have big seasons for you guys?
Oh, I mean, we got. I mean, we got a lot, and I've walked into a great situation with some great athletes. I mean, Reagan, man, Liv, Kennedy, Bailey Richmond. I mean, we just have athletes right now. Like I'm definitely blessed with what I've walked into. We're stacked. I mean, we really are with just hard workers too. Like they want to get better, and they've been working all summer.
Talk about some of the just the pros of taking over or kids that everything I've heard over the last couple of years is these kids, they want to be coached, they want to compete, they want to
Yeah.
keep that going, and you kind of stated that you're a very intense individual, like you're
Yeah.
you're focused in on this, you're honed in
Yes.
on this, even in your free time you're
Yep.
dedicating film time to it. So talk about that as an individual that's that dedicated to it, coming into a group that is just that they feel the same, it feels like they have that same
And
ambition.
I think they appreciate that. I think they see it, and I think they know what I expect from them. And I mean, even practices already, they're like, we're sore. Like, in our first scrimmage Monday, they were like, we're actually in shape already. Like, they already feel like they're getting like we're getting better every day. And I think they're buying into it. Like, it's going well. I think.
What do you think has kind of been the steepest learning curve for you with volleyball? Because it's like I said, 5 years. Like it,
Yeah.
I can remember back 5 years ago. 5 years ago was like the start of COVID. It doesn't seem like that was that long
Yeah,
ago.
right.
So that's kind of really quick time. So what's kind of been the thing? It's like, man, this is like kind of been a steep learning curve.
I
Hard to
mean,
adapt to.
coaching. I feel like you don't, and people knock, oh, you haven't played volleyball, but I don't think because you play a sport makes you a good coach. And I just don't think that's the case. But coaching has been like I see my husband do it. He puts all the time that he puts in, and they're successful for a reason. And I want to be, I want to continue that with volleyball. And I take it serious. And I think it's been a learning curve trying to coach, but I think I've stepped in, and I think my players would say that I've done a good job already.
So, and I ask this because I'm curious. I have a 3-year-old, and I also have a newborn. You guys have an extremely chaotic household. You have a husband that coaches.
Yeah.
You've over the last couple of years, you've had 2 kids that have been involved in athletics,
Yeah.
and then a couple of years ago, you had Anaya who was also involved in
Mm-hmm.
athletics. How do you kind of manage everything? Because
It's
there are so many moving parts that come with
it's
this.
all the time. And this is just like another added to our life of chaos. Like I found, Kai graduated, so I was thinking, now it's kind of going to settle down a little bit at least. And no, here I
And you were
am.
going through school at the same time, correct?
Yeah. So it's just been a lot. We're used to it. It's you go to one game, then go to the next, then you take one to practice, and this is just part of what I've done for years, and I'm just adding something else to it right now.
So getting Kai out of the house, it's probably like, okay, I feel like I need to fill the void somehow a little bit.
I didn't even have time to feel like I needed to feel it. It just happened. Like it fell into place, and I feel like I'm supposed to be here. I think it's where I'm supposed to be, and it's part of my chaos of life. So,
you've obviously kind of experienced the joy as a partner of winning state championships and being a part of that, and obviously your son being a part of that. Talk about, have you been able to have those conversations with these kids that haven't been part of a title winning team and just like, hey, like this is what we work for, and they've seen it. Those kids that have won state championships or their peers as well. They know it's like we've seen these student sections at the Civic Center be pretty packed out.
Yeah.
What have those conversations been like? Is that something that you talk about as far as expectations?
There yet. We've talked about our goal. I think we've put in a lot of just right now is hard work. Every day we're going to get better. Every day we're going to get better, so we can be at state, so we can win a state title, not just be there. But I think we're focused more on just getting better as a team and working on our flaws right now, like things we need to work on. We are constantly repping right now during practice. I don't think we've really touched too big on that yet.
As a coach that you have so many kids back, you have that continuity. How have you been able to lean on them to help you ease into this process?
They've been amazing. My seniors have really, they were so excited to have me, which helped, and just their feedback, like what they wanted as a team, what they like. They are hard workers, so it's been great to have them, the seniors, to feedback like what we're doing. And then I'm asking like, hey, how was practice? And they were like, oh, it was good. It was really hard, but it was good hard. So they've been amazing.
Gotcha. Well, Trina, I want to thank you for taking time to talk with me today. I know you guys got practice after this,
yes,
but you finally get the coach Ronnie Olson experience of all right, like everyone has to wait, and then all right, so you're indoctrinated in it now.
Unfortunately, not what I wanted. The interview part, not the coaching part.
You did really well. You'll if you're doing this well already. I think Ronnie's a pro. I'm pretty sure I tell him all the time. I think you just look in the mirror and talk to yourself and practice these things. So can you give us any confirmation on? Does he do that?
No, he just likes to yap. He's a yapper. That's what I was telling Rusty. I said I'm not a yapper. That was my first interview, and I thought it went okay, I guess. But no, he is a yapper. I'm not. So
you did great.
Natural at it.
You're natural too. You're doing great with it. So if this is the start, man, by the time a year rolls around, you'll already be lapping him. So absolutely. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today, and looking forward to seeing you guys this year.
Thank you.